You ready, Harry?
Ready?
Just a little voice warm up. Okay, we're ready today. Okay, let me just first
You
of
were
all.
cheating. You can't do it with your fingers.
You're
Just do.
For Boris Johnson. Hello there, my beautiful people and all living beings, and welcome to another How to Save the World. Today with us, we got a very special guest, a great friend of mine, a great musician and artist, Mr. Harry Bolland. Harry Bolland, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm very good. Very good during these times. Very interesting to be alive. How are you doing?
Very good too. Well, as good as you can be in quarantine, but I think you're deadly right. We live in interesting times and we've got to make the best of it. And starting with the episodes, we always start with a time capsule. We ask our guests to bring a song, to bring a text, to bring a video or image, whatever they want to bring, and we're going to store that in a digital archive, in a time capsule, to open in 100 years. And we ask Harry to bring something. Harry, what did you bring?
So I brought the first track of my album, which is yet to come. Very close, very close to finishing. And I thought it was quite fitting. It's called A New Beginning, and I think it's quite fitting for these times we're in. So that was my thinking. So I hope you enjoy it.
Incredibly fitting. And I was going to ask you, why did you choose it? But obviously it's because of that meaning that it has associated with it. We are going to listen to a little bit of it. You can feel it. It is very much amazing. I think it's the first time I'm hearing that, or one of the firsts. And so the first question is, imagine, you're standing in your room tomorrow, you wake up, someone knocks on the door, 5 royal guards come in, and each one of them from a single different continent, and they proclaim you the king of the world. You've been elected the president of the world, and you're taken into Machu Picchu, where they have a throne, and you sit it there, and anything you say, it's an order. Anything you say, you're the ultimate authority. My question is, if you were the president of the world, what would you order? What would you do? And you can take it anywhere. You can take it in the comical side, you can take it on the serious side. But imagine, Harry, if you were the president of the world. Any ideas?
Everyone should drop DMT at the exact same time. And realize the truth of all existence. And drop all the illusions, and we'll take it from there.
Man, honestly, I'm gonna write that down.
I'm not entirely I'm not sure how serious I am there. It's
of course,
very interesting.
But what you mean is you want everyone to have I want such a powerful experience that it will
tapped into their higher consciousness. I want people to start questioning their own sense of self. I want people to stop just being so sheepish and doing as they're told. It'd be a bit. I think a lot of people might argue that sounds like havoc. You'd have so many riots and all these things. So so we know. I don't know how.
You're actually thinking this through.
I am thinking it through now.
But honestly, I think it's not as crazy. It's not as crazy as this micro. It's not as crazy as it might seem, because you could imagine something like such an old war, like Israel and Palestine. You think about the war. And the only way almost to stop it is if you drop a DMT bomb in there. Because that's what I think we need to mass produce is DMT bombs and we just do.
Yeah.
I don't know. Actually, when you go into it, of course, you don't know what would happen. This will be like pulling the novelty lever to the max. That's why I'm writing it down. It's like you would accelerate time in a sense, almost in such a way. But again, it could be very dark because people might misunderstand it. And they could be very afraid and take it like a signal that God is really mad too. So it could be like I don't know, it could be very self-destructive.
Very true.
But I don't know. But I guess, if you need, imagine the world, something was
If it
happening.
comes to it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a
If you
backup
needed
plan.
to pull, you need to have that ready because, if
I think
World
that's
War
what.
III
Okay,
breaks
my
out,
plan. What I'll do is I'll create a dialogue. I'll do all that stuff, whilst meanwhile creating loads of DMT bombs, and we'll prepare this for 40 years. Whilst we'll be saying, this is this, this is that, distracting them from what's really going on, and then unleashing it upon them when the time is right. It'll be really well executed, very well orchestrated, very much like this coronavirus, but with DMT instead.
that's the plan, honestly. To be honest, that's a pretty legit goal, I think. Because then you have it ready just in case. Because people might not listen. But I think we should have that kind of ready. Maybe we should put this plan into action. Because
let's do it.
If you have nothing else, this is like the one thing you can always do. But when it comes to our second question, this is more to do with the times that we're living now. And it's, again, you can take this in any way you can, but imagine if the pandemic that we're going through, the COVID-19, the days go on, and actually it does get worse, and people start to get sicker and sicker, and they start coughing blood, and all of a sudden the numbers start growing and growing and growing, and suddenly
The
they
death
stop.
numbers, you mean?
The death numbers, yeah. But all of a sudden they stop, and they go back up. People are coming back to life, but coming back to life as zombies. Imagine this leads to the apocalypse and it breaks out. You are in Glastonbury. You just received the news that the apocalypse is broken. Zombies are out in the streets. What would you do? What is your zombie plan?
So how many? It depends on how many zombies are being reported.
I see, very technical. Well, it's like the case, as you can imagine, it is quite a lot. It's more, there's more zombies than people because...
I'd have to assess, if there's more zombies than people, I probably wouldn't be able to get
Oh,
to my
soon
parents.
will be, because it spreads. Maybe
I'll have to assess whether or not I have
oh,
enough
because you have to
time.
go to your parents.
I mean, I suppose on the one hand, it would be, I would be thinking, all these people that I love are going to die. I want to see them for the last time. But on the other hand, if there is hope, I try and gather hope and gather strength around the people, and try and get together and form a community, and try and find somewhere where we can try and get the human race continuing, so that we can survive this thing and continue the human species, because that's that's in our DNA, is to keep going, is to keep the human species going, and less corruption. It's deeper than the corruption and all that.
And if
stuff.
you think,
There's
and in Glastonbury,
needs
actually,
to-
you could have that. In Glastonbury, you could have the people actually that would very much agree with you, and you could actually do it. You can imagine, because and you also there's probably places to grow food there, so you could barricade the whole of Glastonbury.
Yeah.
And you cannot forget that was the place that was. They said there. What did they say? That there was the actual place of Jesus Christ. What was it? Do you remember that the lady who was hosting you was saying?
Yeah, she told me some very interesting stories. Loads of stories. I mean, King Arthur.
Oh, the family, King Arthur. Yeah. It is a very magical place. Anyway, moving on to our third question is, if you could only have one food that you could eat, and you have to eat it every single meal, because it's it's quarantine and it's the only food you have, what food would you choose? And remind me, you have to eat it in breakfast, lunch, dinner. It's all the same food, but you can choose whatever you want.
food as in meal or as in one
As in
ingredient?
as in a meal, a proper meal. Sorry.
Probably stew.
Okay, that's a very beautiful answer. And why is it stew? Is it why no? Sorry, what kind of stew is it? Is it a chicken stew? Is it because when I imagine stew, I'm not sure. Is it a specific stew or is it just stew in general?
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really got any specific one in mind. I just mix loads of ingredients together.
Yeah.
Because it's like a
Okay.
it's one of those things where you
just
put loads of
they
ingredients in it. And
they would just give you a random stew, It is what it is. And this
Who's they?
is the government, because they're the ones preparing it for you.
Oh, do I not get a say on?
On the shop, no,
No,
just give.
but do I not get a say on the ingredients they give me? Can I not just like say?
Well, when you can when you choose a specific recipe, if you choose, let's say, lasagna, you always gonna have meatballs and spaghetti. You're always gonna get the same 2 ingredients or 3. But if you just tell them stew, they're gonna give you whatever they have.
They're gonna give me something unedible.
You probably a
If they
mystery
have
stew.
any excuse to poison me,
You'll
they
be-
will.
I gotta actually upload send it to you and upload it here too. A very good short film. It's a UK short film that they made. It's like a Black Mirror episode where like the government, everyone has like these cameras that are talking to you. It's like a robot sort of thing, and it's this old man in the UK who doesn't want to accept it, and so the government is like, it's very very strange, but it's made like a alternate reality of the UK, and it's very 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 strange, but
Interesting.
hopefully it doesn't come to
I
that.
have to watch.
And
Okay, I have to watch that.
we have two more questions for a guest, and the fourth one, sorry, is if you could have any special power, any superpower, what would you be?
I would try and understand people's intentions and their motives. So not mind reading, but just like intention reading, I suppose. Does that count? Is that? Can I
It's
use
like
that? So I know who I'm dealing
I
with.
don't really know what you mean, but
Well,
it's
so
like
you
you
get a
could read
sense
the-
of like whether this person, because like one of the things I love is making contacts, and we're always like learning from one another, we're always working together, we're always like helping each other get to our wherever it is we need to go. It's just natural. It just happens when you're having a conversation with someone you get on with, the flow of conversation. So if I could like walk around and just instantly know this person here, this is going to be an amazing relationship. We're going to achieve such amazing things together.
Okay, so you have the
We're
power of predicting friendship.
Yeah, predicting friendship, but also predicting just where this could lead me.
Okay. Oh, so you could see. Oh, okay, you could see what would happen.
Yeah.
If you imagine the person. That's a very specific superpower. I mean, you could have anything. You could fly. You could.
Yeah, I don't want to
super
be
strength.
boring. I don't want to be like,
But you want
Superman. Yeah.
you want the power of friendship. I like it, man. That's beautiful. that's a very unique response, and it means, like you said, Superman is very boring, but he does have laser eyes that could melt you into a pile of friendship. And the last question is, if you could bring anybody, alive or dead, to spend this quarantine with you, or at least spend a day with you, who would you choose? It could be alive, it could be dead, it could be fictional, almost. Anything goes, as long as you can, speak to you.
I think my friend Julia.
Okay. And is she alive? Is she dead?
Yeah, she's alive. She's very
Okay,
alive.
just to know.
She's breathing, heart still pumping.
Okay, but you miss her a lot, I imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't seen her
That's
since
really beautiful.
New Year's Eve. And I wanted to see her after getting back from our ayahuasca dieta.
Okay, I see.
I remember on one of the ceremonies, I remember thinking, "Oh my god, I want to see her so much."
Yeah,
I was imagining just the hug, just the next hug we'd have was going to be amazing.
Oh man, I can imagine.
So,
also in
yeah.
a time like this, it's even
Yeah,
stronger.
yeah.
So we hope if Julia is watching this, that you can guys at least do like a video call maybe. No, cause why not? You could do it. I could imagine, like, I've been missing a lot of people from Portugal too and from the UK. But now, like, this happens with the ayahuasca now in the pandemic, and you're like, it's not, you never know where you could see them again.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes it's strange. So it's good
Yeah.
to appreciate every moment.
It's like, we will see each other again, Julia.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah.
Anyway, this has been an amazing podcast. We have one last game, and it's a very simple game, but we have a scoreboard, a guest score to see which one got the highest score. Right now we got Diana, which is a writer, and she has 15 seconds. And we have Mr. Driver, which is a musician, and he has a better record. He has 22 seconds, and this is the time that you can choose any sound, but you just have to do it for as long as you can. And this is to test your pulmonary capacity, just in case that, with the COVID, we are in the best shape. So you can choose any sound, and I'll make sure I'm watching the seconds, and when you stop, I'll let you know if you survive or not, because there's a minimum you have to do in order to survive. Pneumonia, they say.
So I die if I fail?
Possibly. If you get infected, with a virus.
Is there someone with a gun in my room, or like?
No, I mean, if you get infected with a virus, you probably die.
I see.
Because this is from the news. What they said. This is the least you need to do breathing out to have a good lungs. But also, it's a scoreboard, so the best to survive will be on top. So Harry, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say 3, 2, 1. Now, and then you can go.
Okay. But I need to make sure I'm breathing in at the right time. Then.
I see. So just go. No, but it needs to be counted. So it needs to be at the same time. So you need to start counting, and I'll join the counting. And together.
1, 2, 3.
And that's.
I can count. I can breathe in properly because I was counting.
To be honest, that's
I didn't get a good enough breath in. I was like only like 3/4 the way up.
You could have done 1, 2, 3. Oh no, actually no. You needed to start. Yeah, that's true. That's fucked up.
Like I can't count without being out. Like, damn it, man.
I mean, it is what it is, Harry.
It is what it is.
I don't think. Let me just speak with the jury now. We cannot do it again. There's no way. So it was 20 seconds and 80.
Well, at least I'm second. I wonder how long that lasts.
You're in the middle. You're in the balance. Actually,
I'm silver. So that's a good. I'm proud of that.
Yeah, it's it's not silver really, because under you it's it's like you die. So you're like, you're good. But 10 seconds is the least you got to do. So it's actually double. So that's pretty good.
Okay.
That's really good. And, obviously in second we'll have that written down. And I just want to say, Harry, thank you so much for being here, for being present in this podcast.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man. It's been good fun.
It has been really good fun, but also it was actually a very interesting conversation that it turned into. And it's an interesting debate. I hope people enjoy it. I'm going to take some bits and put it on Instagram. And also do a little images, maybe funny like images, even depending on the context. But
awesome.
I wish everything well with you.
Yeah, you too, man. I hope
that you can come back, perhaps.
Yes, I hope I am still alive by the time that you invite me again.
And imagine if in 1 year we're still here, and there's been, imagine in 3 years the podcast still goes on, and there's like Joe Rogan when we're commemorating it for the 1000 episode. What would you say to yourself? Imagine you're watching yourself now, commemorating this very much podcast. You're smoking a joint, laying in this, these clouds, these chairs that look like clouds that they have in the future. And we're just smoking a joint with like special glasses on. What would you say to yourself watching yourself now?
In 3 years' time, is that going to happen then?
Yeah.
That's not a very long time.
Well, 10 years then. You can
I'd say, Harry, you fool! Why are you so? You're an idiot. So naive. How is it?
Very harsh.
Like, if you're not down, if you're not like looking back and then like questioning yourself, then like.
Yeah.
Like do you not ever do that where you look back at something you said like a week ago and you're like, what?
Yeah, and that's a good sign. It means you're always going up. But also.
But I guess I would have felt like, at least he was on the right path. I have a sense that okay, he's. I hope that's my reaction.
Yeah, I hope it's a celebration.
Yeah.
And not a.
Oh God, you don't know what's like about to happen to you.
In memoriam. In memoriam. This episode will be an in memoriam of Harry Bolland. Because it's so bad, you giant. Oh my God, don't say that, because actually.
You never know, yeah. You'd feel so bad if that ended up being the case, wouldn't you?
Anyway, we'll have 1 year, man. We have 1 year to craft the bombs, put them into place, get them ready. Honestly, if anyone is listening, they want to join in the plan. Maybe if you're a chemist, you know what to do stuff. What's your phone number, Harry? I'll give it out just in case. Don't call me because I'm very busy, but you can call Harry anytime. It's 0754649211. Call us anytime. Thank you so much, Harry Bolland, and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. Good stuff. Stay safe out there, brother.